Morning, girls. How are we doing back here with Chantal? This is roast chicken and mashed potatoes with gravy mukbang. I mentioned this at the end of my last Foodie Beauty video because, of course, Foodie Beauty was doing her the water fasting, or she's going to last for days or something like that until her blood sugars dropped super, super low. But of course, then she couldn't actually do that. She had to change it because whatever. Yeah, here we are. She's no longer doing keto, I guess, because roast chicken with mashed potatoes with gravy mukbang. It sounds like she's just back to doing her like poutine. This is just the same as like that chicken poutine thing she was doing. Just instead of chips, it's mashed potatoes this time. Highest recorded is 20.5. Yesterday's is 11 point something. 11 point something. It's 11.9. Remember, because I joked that she said it's 11. It's like it's 12. Like, 11 point something. Could you not even be bothered to fucking look? Imagine trying to keep like an accurate reading of your blood sugars and you're like, it's 11 point something. I don't fucking know. Like, oh, okay, fine. 13.8. I would much prefer, like, she, like, keeps, like, the actual numbers, like, 360 or whatever. Like, that was something that I could look at and be like, okay, well, that actually means something to me. But I'm one of those guys who also likes, like, bigger numbers to, like, record things. It's one of those ones where, like, people say over here, it's like, how much do you weigh? And it's like, oh, I'm, like, 13 and a half stone or something like that. And I'm just like, that 13 and a half stone doesn't really mean a lot to me. I prefer people using kilograms or pounds because that it's a bigger number. I don't know, it's easier for me to visualize. I'm also really stupid, so maybe that is the reason why. Let's get into it.
Okay, guys, so this is my fasting blood
Okay.
for today.
Why is your fasting blood up until 7:50 p.m.? Especially if she's only doing like, well, actually, I have no idea what fasting she's doing anymore because there's water fasting at one point. We're doing 14-hour fast. At another point, I have no idea what the fast is.
I'll explain
I'm
in
excited.
my video coming up right now.
The video we're
Hi
in.
guys! Welcome back to another video.
Hi.
So, yes, I am eating something because let me tell you.
Oh, really?
Let me tell you what happened last night. Okay, so actually I'm having my one meal here, which
Oh,
is
that's gross as fuck looking, bro. I'm gonna go back to the point. I thought we were like specifically cutting out salt. I thought wasn't that the point? Weren't we cutting out salt because she claimed that salt also made her sugar level go up for like whatever reason, and she felt terrible and she was retaining water or something. I can't even remember what the reason was because it was just like I remember just being confused by it. And here we are. That it's like the black olives are back, which she blamed last time, and the halloumi is back. Well, is it halloumi or is it feta? I think it's feta. Feta's a wee bit salty too, isn't it? I don't know. I can't actually remember now. I've got gravy. Like gravy is like salty, and then she's got mashed potatoes, which is probably going to be I don't know. Like you put salt on mashed potatoes. You do. You put salt. You probably put some butter on it. Butter can be a wee bit salty as well.
salad that has like lettuce, olives, cucumber, tomato, some soft cheese, pomegranate seeds.
Soft cheese. Oh, just soft cheese. Never mind, guys.
That
It's
I
just
made.
soft
I
cheese.
have some mashed potatoes with homemade chicken gravy and a roast chicken.
Okay.
So, let's dig in. Bismillah.
Yep.
Let's try the salad here.
Are we gonna get to any
I made it with
story?
pomegranate molasses, olive oil, salt, pepper.
Pomegranate molasses. So okay, so salt, pepper. So we already got extra salt on top of it. Then when a salad doesn't really need like salt and pepper. I don't know. I've never. Maybe I'm the weird one here, guys. Like I said, I don't really like salads, but I don't like salads. But I've also never had a salad and put salt and pepper on it. I just find it's like it's the reason I'm having the salad is the flavors inside the salad. I find it weird to have like salt and pepper. It doesn't really add to it in my experience. Pomegranate molasses is like full of sugar as well. So if you're doing any form of keto, that's a really bad idea.
Very
Before that we had a solid like 30 seconds of just chewing.
good. The pomegranate seeds just
That was only a solid 10 seconds of chewing that time.
add like a little crunch and a bit of sweetness.
I was about to say, do you know what? Scrap it. I'm cutting that entire segment because ever since you started eating the salad, like I don't know, like fuck over a minute ago now. It feels longer. It was just like non-stop, just like conveyor belt. Like I joked with the fucking yogurt where it was just like a conveyor belt. It's just like It was seriously that with the salad. This is like her fifth bite of salad, and then she reached in to grab an olive out, and then she had this reaction. Like, what the fuck? This is the second time she's had this reaction, because I remember joking, because she like found something. I was like, oh, where did this come from? And I joked it came from her folds, and it was like fermented, and she randomly ate it. But she actually pulled the olive out of here this time, and now she looks like this. Why would you not?
My little sidekick.
Sure. Why would you not cut that out? Why would you not cut that out? You reached into your salad, pulled out an olive, put it in your mouth, pulled like a, oh my god, this is rotten face. Pulled it out of your mouth and like chucked it off screen basically. Why would you not cut that bit out of the fucking video?
Let's try these creamy mashed potatoes.
Oh, that's very...
A little bit of butter.
It's a little bit, bro. That is a very creamy mashed potato there.
A little bit of cream.
Oh my god, she's got black spots on her fucking teeth now. Look at that.
And it's homemade. And I tried to watch how much butter and salt
Sure.
I put.
Yeah, sure. Sure, okay. Like, it is like liquid. And I like a good soft mashed potato. I do. I probably put a wee bit too much butter in it. But I like rarely ever eat potatoes. I realize, guys, it's because of cannibalism, everything like that. I just feel really guilty anytime I do it. Like, potatoes are kind of like a Christmas dinner thing for me, just. I don't really eat too many potatoes apart from that. I know I'm a failed Irishman. I'm very sorry about that. All those people who keep telling me I'm not an actual Irish person, they're actually right. I'm not actually a real potato. I don't know. I'm just one of those guys. Like, I put a lot of butter in, and even mine. Like, this is like a liquid. Like, her mashed potatoes are genuinely like a fucking liquid.
What I'm gonna try to do is have like a measurement of salt that I'm allowed to eat per day,
Okay.
and do not exceed that.
Yeah, but how the fuck would you know that if you're doing homemade stuff and you're just kind of eyeballing adding salt and salty foods to it? Like, you're the type of person who wasn't even able to stick to keto because you're still eating like carbohydrates and sugars. So I really doubt you'd be able to like keep like a solid a salt quantity in your head at all times, because this has added salt and pepper to it. It has the olives and it has the feta or halloumi cheese. I have no idea in it, and that's just all I can remember. I'm sure there's probably more than that in it. And this is salt and pepper and butter and all added to the mashed potatoes and probably to the chicken as well. There's quite a lot of salt across this meal if that is your main concern. But I don't know why. Why is salt something like your main concern when you're diabetic?
Maybe like half a teaspoon.
How the fuck would you how would you quantify that when you're having like it across several different items of food?
Which is hard. Anyway, my fasting, I couldn't sleep.
I just remember this is going to be a pain in the ass to stitch together this sentence.
Could not sleep. I had the worst pain in my stomach.
Uh-huh.
And the worst headache. And I know that's the detox symptoms.
Is it?
But like, I'm like, I have to eat something. So last night,
No, you didn't.
I was
but
craving
okay.
oranges. So I had an orange sliced up.
Sure.
And
Oh my
piece of,
fucking
like,
god.
piece of soft
Maybe just like feed your cat at some point during the next existence. Please just feed your cat.
cheese, the squares.
So you just had sugar and
this is
salt.
good, though. I had a package of noodles.
Oh
Just
my
one.
god, crazy.
And that stopped the nagging.
Bro, like, you had a packet of noodles. Oh, but just don't worry, guys. It's so bad, but don't worry. I only had one. You're diabetic. you're diabetic, and you're acting like you're about to die. And I was like, I know, guys, but don't worry. I just had one. I don't know. If you're at the point where it's like, I believe imminent medical emergency is about to happen, isn't that like a really good incentive to like, based on what she's explaining, she was hungry. That's it. Like, I already don't believe that she's sticking to this behind the scene. This isn't just a storyline or whatever, because it's kind of like altered so much, so dramatically. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, this is a bit much. We're getting very clickbaity now. Like, the next video I'm about to react to is like super clickbaity because it's like diabetic shopping haul, and like it is all like fruit juices and chocolate bars. And I saw that thumbnail. I was like, are we really doing this? Are we really doing this? Okay, it's just cringe because I know what you're doing. I can see what you're doing. You're not doing it very well because your view count is still like in the gutter and no one cares. Like, I honestly think at this point where she's coming like, I'm diabetic, I could die. A lot of people are like, oh, thank God. I really don't think you're getting the sympathy from the community you probably wanted to. Like, because you thought people would clickbait because they want to see if she's actually doing it. They want to see if she's about to die. Because no one believes you. No one thinks you're actually about to die because that's what you do. You and Amber both act like this. Boogie acted like this in his recent documentary when he was sitting there telling his like 19-year-old girlfriend, it's like, I could die tomorrow. Because of all my illnesses, every single illness he listed was to do with being morbidly obese. It is like 5-6 months later, still has not lost any weight. That kind of shit. Amber, last Christmas, guys, I need weight loss surgery because if not, I might not be here this time next year. It is this time next year, has not lost any weight. That kind of shit. So like when Foodie comes like, I could die, it's like, oh really? Okay, oh, we're doing this again.
The pain, the nagging.
The hunger. That's all it was. You were hungry.
Bit higher than usual, so
yeah, definitely. It was definitely that fucking cheese that did it. Like, I'm sorry, bit higher than usual. Was it a bit higher than usual? It's generally floated around being absolute dog shit. Down a bit, oh, it only went up because of that. No, it's consistently that level.
Noodles. The orange is sugary, but the noodles are bad. Processed carbs. If I do have to eat, I want
carbs in general aren't great from what I know about diabetes. I'm not an expert, but like carbs in general aren't great with diabetes. And like, bro, you're having like mashed potato with like a whole heap of butter and gravy and stuff like that there. Like this probably isn't overly great for diabetes either.
I try to stay away from that, but it was just like I'm trying to eat what we have, and I didn't have anything quick. It was like the middle of the night.
So you could have just made some lattes. You literally did your 5 a.m. creeping into the kitchen like a goblin thing to make a lattes last time. I know I'm saying that incorrectly. I do not remember how it's pronounced whatsoever. Like, you could have just made something like that. Like, yeah, sweet corn, it's not very good for you. Like, but if you're worried about processed carbs over everything else, you could have just done something like that. And I'm sorry, I haven't done our most recent grocery hauls because I kind of just like cut and was like, you know what, we'll get onto this new storyline now because I'm like still 25 episodes behind. So I'll just get straight onto this new episode and just skip everything else that came before. But you're sitting there going like, I'm sure there's like, from those last grocery hauls, there's loads of stuff you could have eaten that is like, quick and simple. Like, she's the one who like buys like loads of fruit and stuff. Where was that? Why didn't you just have like a piece of fruit?
So
I realized you still had an orange, but just that.
But I did fast for what, more than 30 hours before I ate.
Sure,
so not bad.
Don't believe you.
It's pretty good.
I'm just gonna say, it's really not like, it's just not like a 30-hour fast is not particularly good. Like, oftentimes when I get into keto, I do like a fast to get into it. So usually I would do something like a 2-day fast, maybe a wee bit longer. It's not overly difficult. Like, it really isn't overly difficult. Like, I realize she has eating disorders. Well, she claims she does, but she claims she doesn't have it anymore because she doesn't want to get affected by YouTube's terms of service, everything like that. So she keeps changing her mind if she has an eating disorder or whatever the fuck. But it's not really that hard. A 30-hour fast is not overly difficult, especially when you're like 450 pounds, and you could probably go weeks, if not months, without actually eating, as long as you took multivitamins and like drank lots of water.
And then now I'm fasting for 15 hours.
Sure, I believe you entirely. Also, guys, I'm going to have to stop this recording right now. My stomach's... I feel pains in my stomach, guys. I got up a couple hours ago. I haven't even had breakfast yet. I feel a pain in my stomach and my head's starting to hurt. Oh, wait, no, I'm just a little bit hungry. This is the thing I find so funny. It's like, I have the worst stomach pain I've ever experienced. It's like, bro, you were hungry. That's it. Your stomach was a bit like grumbly. That's it, bro. And she's like, guys, I had to break my fast that was going to save my life because I was a little bit hungry. Somehow I'm going to be able to sit down here, record this video, record the next video, and then I'm probably going to get something to eat if I'm still hungry at that point.
I'm not as ravenous as I was yesterday.
As you were yesterday? Like, what point yesterday are we talking about here? The time when you had some noodles and an orange? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, she keeps, every time, because she keeps coming back. That's why it's clickbaiting, it's not really working for me. Because she keeps coming back and acting like, oh, I feel because of this reason. And then the next day being like, oh, but I'm not really that hungry. I'm not really that interested in eating. She just flip-flops back and forth between those two over and over again. It's like, bro, it's really boring. Just find something new to talk about.
It'll be interesting to see what my sugar levels are tonight later.
Will it be? Like, I'm asking genuinely, like, will it be interesting? Because straight up, I've never seen someone come out and say, I have super diabetes, I might die, and it'd be like the least interesting thing they've ever done in their entire life. Like, it's the curse of Chantal, and I don't get how she does it. But ever since, like, the end of the Natter arc, ever since then, everything she does, whilst it may all be mental, she also always does it in, like, the most boring way possible. It's like, who could imagine, like, fucking this thing, 450-pound fucking woman, this flying out to meet some rando she happened to meet on Tinder by him setting his fucking location to Canada, and she flies out to Kuwait to marry him, like, a couple of weeks later. And it'd be boring as shit. How could that even be possible? Like, if I explained that storyline to you about, like, a friend of mine, you'd be like, oh my god, really? What? Oh my god, what happened? And you think it'd be something crazy, because all her organs got harvested. I mean, that's what they were going to do with Foodie, and then they realized the state of her fucking organs, because she'd used, like, thin filters on herself or something like that. But, like, it's like, oh no, she just kind of sat in a living room and ate mashed potatoes. It's like, oh, really? Is that it? It's like, yeah. Oh, but then her visa ran out and the authorities were coming for her, so she had to get out of the country quick. It's, oh my god, what happened? She went to Thailand and you're like, oh my god, and then what? And then she sat in her hotel room for 6 weeks, eating mashed potatoes. And you're like, okay. Is that it? Is that all we're getting from this? It's like, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like, oh, cool. It's like, yeah, but you'll never believe this. Then she got super diabetes. She's gonna die. It's like, oh my god, what happened? She sat on the floor in the living room, eating mashed potatoes. It's like, there's a theme here.
Anyway.
Anyway,
That's the deal.
I agree with that anyway. I felt that anyway.
I said I was going to try fasting until I couldn't take it anymore. And since it was impeding with me being able to sleep.
I would get that if it's like a normal human being who's like, I couldn't sleep and I have work at like 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Oh my god, this is really affecting me. I could kind of like get that, but it's like, she felt hungry and she struggled to sleep once. Kind of. A bit. So she just was like, I'm just going to instantly break my fast. I said I'd do it until I couldn't anymore. It's like, I guarantee you could have. Admittedly, no one's ever looked at you and thought willpower is like a virtue of yours.
After I ate, I slept like a baby. What I've noticed is that my thirst is not as bad as before. I used to be so thirsty when I would just gorge on junk all night. Or eat.
Like, no shit. I used to have lots of salty stuff, and it made me want to drink more. It's like, yeah, bro, imagine.
Really unhealthy things. And I would even have dreams about, like, trying to run to a place.
This is we're getting too fake here. We're getting too fake. Cause she would always have these like ridiculous dreams where she's like, I dreamt that a cheese man attacked me because I really wanted cheese. It's like, okay, bro, sure. She sits like a fucking orangutan trying to eat that. she seriously, she's so big now. She's like an orangutan trying to hold something in front of it.
And someone would have a huge glass mug of ice water, and I'd be chugging it in my dream, and I'm not feeling that relief because I'm not drinking in real life.
I'm just gonna make a point because that was so fucking like, it was such a boring end to a really boring story. I'm gonna remind you guys, we're 8 minutes into this. She has had one sip of her fucking water so far. For this woman who's like, you know, talking about how she loves chugging ice cold water, she's had one sip of this, like, and she's like holding this, like cradling this like a baby, gorging herself on this. She is so desperate just to consume, but she's had like one sip of water.
Anyway,
I really relate to that. Anyway, because we just finished like 6, nearly 7 minute talk about a dream she had last night that was just like really fake. Because like in the thumbnail of this, I forgot to mention it earlier on, but the thumbnail of this is like, in public without a hijab, scared face, like obviously clickbaiting. And that's what the dream was, that she had a dream that she was in public. She suddenly was in public and she didn't have a hijab on, and she was panicking because she's such a good devout Muslim lady that horrified her that she didn't have a hijab on, and she was running around the place on all fours because I think she was trying to make the dream sound funnier to try and find a hijab. And she got to a store and they said it was going to be like $4, and she was like, oh thank god, because I have $18,000 in my bank account, well, in just that account. So she was going to like buy it, and I was just like, did you seriously just tell me like a really fake story that like reaffirms like everything that you want to reaffirm about yourself? You know, that you're quirky with the running around on all fours because you have to make it a funny story, just like her old fake stories where she used to talk about like shitting herself and stuff like that. That she is super rich because sure bro, whatever you say to me here, and that she's a devout Muslim lady. It was just like so fake, and it was just, and I'm not gonna make you guys watch any of it, but holy shit, it was so fake because it was just like a tick box of what she wants to convey, especially like I have $18,000, well, in just that account, like that thing in particular is like, oh okay. And the reason she said it was in a dream is so she can like try and like downplay it if anyone ever brings it up again, but it's her wanting to flex, especially with the weird bit where she said I have $18,000 well, in that account, because like if this is a dream, I don't know why you'd say it like that. So like, yeah, it's her trying to imply that she's rich, but she's saying it's a dream so she can get away from it if she has to get away from it in the future. But it's just like, it's fake. It's just what she wants it to be, and it's just like, oh, that's really, 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 really embarrassing.
Anyway, I guess that's it. I'm gonna finish my salad now. I don't think you guys want to just watch me eat and spit out the olive seeds and everything.
Bro, what? That's been what this entire video has been so far. Like, yeah, no, people don't want to see you eat. I'm glad you acknowledge that. It's weird that you kind of keep making us, like, have to watch you eat. She just went back to, after the dream story, I'm just going to skip to here, because after the dream story, she just went back to saying, so yeah, last night I was lying there, and I was, like, so hungry, and it was, like, so painful, and that's why I had to break the fast. I'm so disappointed in myself. Even though, like, a minute ago, she was, like, praising herself, 30 hours was, like, really good. Jesus fuck, like, oh Christ, this is bad.
And then, yeah, I guess that'll be it for now. So.
Wow, she really just like, look at that smug ass face. Instead of going, how am I gonna wring another 10 seconds out of these fucking suckers? How else am I gonna wring it? So should I say anything else during this video? No, I don't think. No, actually, maybe. No. Oh, maybe. Like, fuck. She might as well just end it like that. Oh my god, embarrassing. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm just gonna skip to the grocery haul now. Okay, guys, that's us back with diabetic grocery haul with prices. Obviously, it is like a family of like 18 like people, I guess, are going to be eating from this fucking grocery haul, because holy shit, this is so much food. Especially for a woman who is now on 1 meal a day. Like, okay. I guess she's heard everyone making constant jokes, because there's obviously been constant jokes. Even I was talking about it recently, that it's so weird, because like, the more she shows us around her like new quote-unquote apartment, like, the more we notice there's just nothing of salads in it at all. It's barren. There's not a single thing that is salads in that entire apartment. And suddenly we just have the really awkward piano, a keyboard thing, just leant against the wall, like framed against the groceries. And I was like, oh my god, you put that there. It's so deliberately placed there. To be like, see, there is something of salads here, guys.
Hi guys,
I love you can hear her take an intake of breath right before she starts talking as well.
another grocery haul for you. So a little bit of a stock up here, but this is going to be healthy.
A stock up? Jesus Christ, are you supermarket? A supermarket level stocking.
Your diabetic friendly food. So let's get into it. Let's
I'm
unpack
so
this.
excited. Sorry, I had to skip that bit because Julia around me came over to sniff a bag, and she's, oh my god, pretty girl! Oh my pretty girl! Pretty girl! Oh my pretty girl! Yeah! Pretty girl! Oh, pretty girl! Like, literally every time the fucking cat comes over, it's like trying so hard to tell someone you have a good relationship with them. It makes me think of, like, there's a guy called Boogie. I'm gonna keep saying, I don't want to keep saying there's a guy called Boogie when I've like talked about him, and like 50% of my videos so far. But he did like a call with his ex-wife, literally to ask her. This is on his birthday live stream when he was apparently going to end his own life. Fucking mental shit, guys. He phoned his ex-wife, who people had said had cucked him and everything like that, and he phoned her on his birthday to ask her, did you cuck me? It is the cringiest, most embarrassing thing. But, like, she started, like, laying into him at one point about how he had treated her, and he, like, really loudly started laughing to try and make it seem like, oh, this is a friendly joke, and we're all in on the joke together. And it just seems like that's what she's doing. Anytime, like, the fucking cat's nearby, she's like, ah, ooh, oh, we're having such a good time here. Everything's great, because that is just, like, how she wants you to perceive it.
Okay, so this is...
I didn't even look at this shit. Like, sorry, I didn't even look at this shit. Those burger patties look fucking weird. That's all I'm going to say. They look really fucking weird. Keto chocolate. Just get dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is automatically keto. You don't need keto dark chocolate. Just get dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is already keto. Is this all... Bro, you had like 72... I know, sorry, I paused there 3 times in one word. Where's the rest of it? Like, okay, maybe she's like slowly introducing it, like, but there's so little here compared to the 18 bags she had. White meat.
For one, this is my things in the groceries.
Is that it?
For my new diet, I guess, the way I'm going to try to eat. So these are just some top-up things.
I guess the way I'm going to try and eat? I guess? Fill me with confidence here.
Still have a lot of
what's a strawberry
in
thing?
My fridge, and some fish and that in the freezer,
Sure you
and
do.
some meat.
Yeah, sure.
So here we go, and then I'll show you what Salah got.
Oh my god, I can't. Like, so either she's laughing because she knows this is like just bullshit clickbait, or I have no, I you know what? It really is only that. Like, she's just laughing because she knows she's just lying and clickbaiting. Because so this is all she got. This is it. Okay, bro. Cool. Sure. Whatever you say, bro.
So we have 2 heads of cauliflower because I'm going to be
That one's
making
dented.
cauliflower rice.
Sure you are.
And
I can't wait.
probably some cauliflower with cheese. I love that baked. Okay, and
What's the
I'll start at the
strawberry?
back. Then we have
Just strawberries?
a big bag of frozen strawberries with no sugar added.
Yeah, but they still have quite a lot of sugar in them. There's 6 grams of sugar already in them. Like, I realize she's doing, like, a dirty keto. I don't even know if she's doing keto anymore. She's about to have cauliflower rice. So I'm assuming she's still doing keto. And she has the keto chocolate there. So I'm assuming she's doing keto, I guess. But, like, okay, why have anything? Why have anything with sugar in? There's no point having strawberries because they just have sugar in them.
Strawberries I just plan on eating, like, you know, defrosted, maybe with some plain yogurt or just on the side.
Yeah, sure.
Berries are apparently healthier fruit
Yeah?
when you're trying not to eat too much sugar.
Well,
And
debatable.
then we have,
It depends on the
mayonnaise
berry.
is on special, so you get 2
Oh, crazy.
for a lower price.
Oh my god. So I had to buy mayonnaise, guys.
Mayonnaise, and we like this one.
Sure.
We have some tuna in water.
That's pretty good for
so
keto.
I love tuna. I go through a lot of tuna. I love just
I
eating.
literally have never seen you eat tuna. I'm trying to think. I do not remember the last time I saw her eat tuna. Because I always had this picture in my head that she doesn't like fish. I don't think I've ever seen her eat tuna.
It plain with a bit of mayo and mustard, and I'll probably eat that also in some salad or something like that. So we have 6 packs of tuna in water.
Exciting.
We have some
Ginger? Yeah, I know.
ginger is just good for like.
Are these beat ass old fucking pumpkins or something like that? Like, what the fuck? They look depressed. Sweet potato. You know what? I never really eat sweet potato. I like sweet potato, but I never really eat it. So I would imagine it's not going to be particularly good for keto, though. Either just because of like the sugar content is higher than like a normal potato, obviously, or like just the starchy like carbohydrate content. I just also don't think that's a good idea.
Recipes and also to make like a tea for stomach issues.
Yeah, sure.
And I heard it also helps
For
like
stomach issues. Is she still trying to pretend that stomach issue, quote unquote, was an actual issue and she was in actual pain and it wasn't, she was just fucking hungry?
lower blood pressure. So
Yeah.
we also have some sweet potatoes.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna just eat like half at a time.
Sure, I believe you.
And we have some pumpkin. Now pumpkin apparently.
Pumpkin is a healthy food rich in nutrients and components that can support blood sugar control. Several animal studies have shown that it may lower blood sugar, potentially improving diabetes management and helping slow the progress of disease and stuff. That is from Healthline. Okay, I don't know how reputable Healthline is as a company because I've never even heard of it before. I see, one of those things is she shows this up on screen because I personally also don't know about pumpkin. I thought pumpkin would have sugars in it, but whatever. Because I don't know, it might help support like blood sugar control and levels, but it might not be good with keto. Like, I don't know. Pumpkin isn't something we would normally eat over here, so it's not something I would really know about. So I could look it up. Maybe I'll stick in something afterwards, but it's not something I would know if it'd be good with keto or not. Also, she does like this all the time, where she shows like on screen evidence to back up her claim when she's making like some random claim like that. But it's always weird because like I remember her doing it once where she was like saying what like a parasite was or something. I can't remember what it was. But if you actually read it, because I remember in the video, I read it, and what she said specific. Oh, it was about cats. It was BBJ. It was when she given evidence about BBJ. She showed something like why do cats like not like having their paws touched, and she was like that they don't like having their paws cut as they get older because they get senile. And she had like evidence up on screen, but like the last point of the evidence is. Or it could be due to some injury to their foot or ingrown claws, something like that. And I was like, bro, why are you showing that? It literally goes against your fucking point. Are you that stupid? If someone just grabs something off Google, it doesn't mean it's right. That's the first thing. So I probably talked about that for too long, but this doesn't mean anything. Like, you know, like there could be 6 other websites that directly state this isn't true, you know, because it's just several almost have shown that it may potentially. There are so many like words there that kind of suggest that this is not real, you know. It suggests that it may potentially, you know, like if it's saying all in some cases, when you put all of that together, it's like it's worded like a research paper that wants you to believe something, but it doesn't have the evidence to actually show that. You know, if it's using all those words, it suggests that it may potentially, in some cases, maybe do this. You know.
Apparently is like lower on the glycemic index.
She loves that fucking term.
And make a pumpkin soup.
I can't wait for that.
We have a variety of like hot peppers, fresh hot peppers. I like
Yep.
just like roasting them on the element for like a couple seconds each
Okay.
on high heat and then eating them just like that or just raw. I love peppers.
Yep.
We have here these.
Peppers are pretty grass-fed meats are higher in vitamins. Okay. Vitamins are not your concern though. Like also you can just get like a multivitamin. Like it's not really your concern. Like you should be going for something along the lines of, oh well, it's good protein, it's good fats, you know, it's not lean meat. Something like that would make a lot more sense than it's higher in vitamins. Peppers, chilies, and all they're fine for keto. They're also good for your metabolism. They can speed up your metabolism. But I don't know if it would affect her as much because with her, like she eats like so much spicy stuff because her taste buds are dead that she probably, I don't know, would it really speed up her metabolism anymore? Or is her body just used to that now?
Were pretty expensive, but these are grass-fed Australian beef. Usually the beef here is imported from Australia or
That makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, bro,
New
I don't
Zealand.
care.
Yeah, I had to think New Zealand.
I don't
So
care.
I got 4 grass-fed. They're pretty big actually.
They are big.
So 4 grass-fed
For you.
burgers. These are just for me. Salah likes ground lamb, so I do have some of that in the freezer for him.
Sure you do. In his
So,
freezer or your
my
freezer?
cat is so curious what's going on. Are you excited because of all the bags? So
I like the cat just fucking runs away anytime she uses that fucking voice.
yeah, I really, really like ground beef these days. I don't know. Reminds me of like having a burger.
It literally is a burger, you fucking idiot. It's a fucking burger patty. What? It reminds you of having a burger when I have a burger. Fantastic. Oh, see, guys, I'm going to let you in. Lulu, I really like their frozen chicken griller because when I eat it, it makes me feel like I'm having a chicken again. It's really nice.
We got 2 frozen chickens. I love roasted chicken. You eat the breast. I eat the breast, and Salah eats the legs. Works
Sure.
out perfect.
Yeah.
There was an offer on the shredded cheddar.
It's so okay. If you're in the last video being like, I have $18,000 in just that bank account because you're pretending to be so rich, it is so weird. Like just going, I got this because it's on special. It's on special offer, so I got some cheese. It's like, bro, you don't need an excuse to get fucking cheese.
So we have some shredded cheddar.
Yep, it's cheese. Just shred it
I'm
yourself.
actually planning on combining it with this cream.
Okay.
It's a smaller cream than I thought it would be, but this is just heavy cream.
Than you thought it would be. Did you not pick it up? She did mention that there was a food order. So is she like so like more unhealthy, morbidly obese or whatever? Now she can't really leave the store because like this implies she didn't go to the store. Why wouldn't you go to the store if you're doing the shopping? That's when you could walk around. You could give a good look at everything to know what's keto and what's not.
And maybe just use a few tablespoons with some cheddar to make like a cheese sauce without flour and just pour it on top of like cauliflower or vegetables.
Gross.
And we have some keto chocolate because
It's just
dark chocolate with no sugar added is
Yes.
actually pretty healthy.
Yes. Oh, it's mint keto chocolate. Okay. I don't really like dark chocolate at all. Which is always weird. People always said like I should like dark chocolate because I like whiskey. And if you like whiskey, generally your taste buds are apparently meant to also like dark chocolate. Never have never had that. I don't get dark chocolate at all. I like bite into it. It's like bro, it just tastes like shit. it just tastes really bad. But yeah, it was something I had considered when I was doing keto because obviously it's if you like it, I guess it would feel like a treat. But because I don't like it, it did not feel like a treat whatsoever.
I can't remember what the name of the ingredients in dark chocolate, like cocoa, is. That makes it so healthy, but
What?
I'm gonna have like maybe a square here and there, try to make this last.
The ingredients is cacao. Like it literally says there, 60% cacao. What?
This pink Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
I got a huge thing of it because
Weren't you meant to be
guys
cutting
said
down
that
on
it
salt?
is healthier than table salt, so I'm gonna use
Yeah.
that on my cooking.
Why do you need such a big pot if you're not going to use very much of it?
We have some Greek feta cheese cubes.
Also, I'm just going to make a point that if she is just taking advice off like her like beezers, it's like, well, you guys told me that. It's like, why would you listen to them? They like you. They're clearly fucking stupid. Like, why wouldn't you look at that up on Google or something like that? Trying to cut down salt, how to do this, you know, something like that. Wouldn't you do something like that as opposed to like, some rando in the comments told me to get Himalayan salt because it's better than salt, so I got it.
And yeah, I think that's about it for my...
Yeah, I skipped the rest of it because I just suddenly realized, holy shit, she is like actually making this 6 minutes long. Her very slowly introducing each thing here, 6 minutes long. I don't really know how much then I'm going to show you off the Salah one. Well, it's not, don't worry, Salah's a mashed potato mark, so we also know it's for her. Like, it's going to be 6 minutes of just showing what Salah got. It's like, why would you think we'd care? You know, if this was like real, like this is obvious clickbait. It's obviously fake. She's just trying to get attention because it's the most beneficial month to get attention. All that kind of shit. If this was actually a diabetic grocery haul with prices, like, firstly, she hasn't said the price of each individual thing as we've gone through them, so, like, there is no prices so far. But, like, why would you then show, oh, here's my husband's salads that is nothing but fruit juice and chocolate?
My side of the grocery haul. So I'll be back and I'll show you Salah's.
Does Salah want you to die?
I got for Salah. He just was pretty much out of sweets.
That you got for Salah. So this implied that you did the shopping, but you didn't even know what size this would be. So how would you do the shopping?
Out of snacks, and he doesn't have diabetes or a weight problem, so he can eat junk food because he doesn't go overboard. Honestly, chocolate bars. If I'm not,
well, he does. Like every time we've seen, like when she points out, well, this is Salah's. It's always quite a lot of stuff. It's always quite a lot of stuff when she goes like, "This is Salah's." So like, I don't believe you that he doesn't go overboard. Also, like that's why I said a joke. Does he want you to die? Because surely if you were like super diabetic and he like you thought that this is it, guys, I could die. I have to reverse this right now, or I could literally die. And your husband's like, I want 16 Reese's peanut butter cups. You know, like that seems like it's because you literally just in your last video said you couldn't control yourself and you had to get up in the middle of the night and go and start looking for food. So what's to stop you from eating that next time? So like, if this was real, the only thing I can think of is that Salah wants you to cheat and he wants you to die.
Eating them will last him forever. So I'll show you all the junk food he got.
It will last him
forever.
Think
it's tempting to have in the house, but I really have to just really try to exercise.
Yeah, but you failed last. I just have to try and not eat it, but you failed last time, so.
Is some kind of willpower because
you don't have willpower though. That's the problem.
That's how it goes. Most people in my life don't have the same issues as me, and I have to be around them eating normal. So you know.
Yeah, but it's a bit different, like being around people who are eating normally. Like if you go out to like a restaurant or something like that, and people are eating foods that you can't eat, that's different than it constantly always being in your house. It's all like I'm sorry, like we all know. Like I'm addressing this point as if it was real. Because I might as well treat it as real to talk about the point. But we all know this is fake. This is for her.
But yeah, he asked me if I minded. You know, he was like, "Oh no, I probably shouldn't get that." And I thought,
oh my god, I'm just skipping because this is so fucking boring. We get it.
One thing I didn't get because I don't have much self-control over though is a huge family-sized bag of Wisps. Those are Parmesan crisps. I could eat the whole bag in one shot. So
okay, so you didn't get food specifically because you knew you'd eat them because you don't have self-control. But nothing else that you got that is bad you would eat because you have self-control for it, but not for... Okay, bro, sure. Like I said, I don't know how much this whole thing I'm going to show. If she's just going to go like, so I got some grass-fed burger patties. I got some Reese's cups. And if she's just going to do that, again, it's... Who cares? We'll just pause and I'll just look at the whole thing.
I didn't get them. But yeah, this is my health haul.
You said that 4 times! We know!
And meals with this kind of food, so
we know.
All right, yella. All right.
Okay, so this is all Salah got is just pure fruit juices and chocolate. Salah, he doesn't really go overboard with like snacks or sweets or anything like that. Everything is fruit juices and chocolate. Okay. Also, like Salah doesn't cook. Salah doesn't cook. So like. Sandwich rolls white and basmati right. Salah's a cook, so you're the one who's going to make... Well, he seemingly doesn't cook. You're the one who's going to be making this for him constantly. So, like, why wouldn't it tempt you to have some of this as well? Like I said, I'm not really going to go into this individually like she did because it's just boring. It is so blatant. It's like everything here is anti... It's like the worst thing she could have on diabetes or on keto. Every single thing here. And it's like, oh yeah, it was Salah, he got nothing in the entire grocery haul except fucking 7 jugs of pure sugar and then 5 different fucking things of chocolate and a big massive thing of rice and sandwich rolls. Apart from that, Salah eats nothing else in the entire world. This is all he eats. It's like, okay, cool, 100% sure. Let's get to the end. Okay, I was actually surprised because she actually went through it like surprisingly quickly. Where she pretty much says, I know you guys aren't going to believe me, but this is all for him, by the way. And also for all of his friends when they come round. Okay, bro, sure. Like, just, sure, whatever. Like, I totally believe you. Salah has friends. They come round and they don't just laugh at you the entire time. Sure, bro, whatever. And it's even more. Like, there's 2 layers of that. There's 2 layers of that. There's even more than I thought there had been. Sure, this is for all Salah's friends. For snacks, for when Salah's friends come round. Is Salah 12? Like, here's the juice and his chucky bars for his friends when they come round. This is shit like my mom would get when I was like fucking 12 and my friends are coming around. Like, what the fuck? Okay, I'm just going to skip to this part because, like, yeah. You know why I praised her? It's like, oh, she didn't actually go through each thing individually. And it's true, she didn't. She then started talking about her grocery haul again, which is pretty much, I'm going to use that grocery haul, which, by the way, that's my grocery haul. This is his grocery haul. This is not my grocery. I'm not going to eat any of this stuff. I know you don't. And just went through the entire same thing again. And then started talking about she has this because Salah's friends come. She literally just did the whole thing over again. It was weird. And she's finally showing the price. This is £87. And it's like, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. It's not actually like that cheap or anything like that. It's actually like kind of like an average price. I would expect to pay like around about that much for his haul and her haul put together. So I guess I don't know if we're just going to skip straight to the end because I don't know how else we're going to fill the next 40 seconds. I'm assuming with nonsense. So we'll see at the end. Oh, it was literally it was nothing for the next 40 seconds. It was just her saying that's what the price is. The price this is the price that and it's gonna be a conversion because it's the price that I pay. It pretty much was that the next 40 seconds. I had a wee look as well. What's this board? What's this just kind of nattering away in the background about sweet potatoes because she brought up sweet potatoes again. Sweet potatoes apparently fine for people with diabetes. It's low impact on blood glucose levels because it's high in fiber, everything like that. So apparently it's absolutely fine. But apparently it's absolutely fucking awful for people with keto because obviously it's very high in sugar. So even if she eats half of it, like she says, it would still probably knock her out of keto, especially if she's only doing 1 meal a day. So yeah, it's totally bad. It's just what's the point? Like, what storyline are we going for here? Because she's like, I'm going to do intermittent fast and get ready for a big water fast, but I can't do a big water fast right now because I don't have the willpower. But I'm buying all this stuff, which I totally have the willpower to not have any of, even though during my last fast I had to get up in the middle of it and I didn't have enough willpower, so I had to eat stuff. So now you've got this stuff in the house, which means if this is real, then you would just go to eating that. You're kind of doing keto, but also not because you're getting like sweet potatoes and shit like that. And in regards to the pumpkin is, I had a look as well. It is like okay, but it's just like it's an okay. You have to eat it in moderation and everything like that. So I don't know. She's gonna make it down to soup. That's probably gonna be better for her. But it's just like okay for keto. It's not good, not bad. So I guess that's kind of a problem when she's trying to balance both keto and diabetes at the same time. Like, surely, like, if your main concern is your diabetes, which she's acting like she's going to die tomorrow if she doesn't get it under control. If your main concern is, like, diabetes, why are you trying to do keto? It's like Amber. Amber, who's kind of doing keto, kind of on and off, kind of a bit of keto. She seems to be mainly doing keto. And then the next thing we know, she's like, eating cheese puffs. You know, she's kind of doing keto one second, kind of not the next second. You're just sitting going like, what is the point of all of this? It doesn't seem like at all. So that's the same for both girls right now, and it's so weird. Like, Foodie, why isn't she just doing a diabetic diet instead of like a keto diet that's also trying to cover diabetes as well? Because it just doesn't make sense. That's going to be the 2 videos that we put together. I hope you had a good time, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Out of the fact Irishman here. Sorry guys, I'm kind of jumping in. This is not something I would usually do, but okay. On screen right now, you're seeing something from Christina RU7004, which, because I always have a wee look at the comments section. And this one just says, I'm just watching another Smarty Pants YouTuber video reaction on this video. It amazes me how people think Salah can't eat his diet and they shouldn't have this or that stuff in the house. Let the man enjoy his candy while he still can, being young enough. At the end of the day, the struggle is Chantal's, and she is doing the right thing by not trying to grass feed the poor man because of her personal issues with health. What the fuck? What statement is that? I laughed at this because Chantal obviously is like, oh my god, you're so right, babes. But I laughed at the, like, let him enjoy his candy when he's younger. Isn't the dude, like, in his, like, mid-30s? Like, let the dude enjoy his candy. You seriously make us sound like a 12-year-old. Obviously, it's also something could be arguments that, well, if he does support her and he doesn't want her to die, why would he have something that could kill her in the house? Like, I don't know. It's like if you have someone who is like, I can possibly like drinking bleach. I probably wouldn't have bleach in my house. You know, something like that. So, yeah, it's not a really good argument because it doesn't really play into, like, it actually being real world, you know? That Salah should, like, she's not forcing him to it. Salah himself should be the one saying, whoa, babe, I'm not going to have this because I don't want you to die. And this person trying to make it sound like Chantal shouldn't force her diet on someone. Now, what I have playing in the background as well is the only video this person has posted on it, because I was like, okay, is this the sock puppet account or is this a real account? And I went, and they've been active for a while, but they've only have one video up, and it's this fucking song it's playing in the background, which is the mentalest shit I have ever seen. I don't really do politics and all, I'm not going to tell you how to feel about anything, but it is like a rap battle between Obama and Putin. And I was like, okay, well, this is obviously why the people support Chantal, because it is like the most anti-West shit. It's like where Russian men, they're all big burly white guys fighting bears and jumping in the ice water and stuff like that, whilst every single burn in this is about Obama being black, pretty much, and how America's evil and wants to destroy and invade Russia and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, this isn't a sock puppet account, it's just a fucking mentalist. So I guess I just thought of, hey, why not we'll do a community spotlight on one of Chantal's fans. I saw this and I was like, holy shit, this shit is fucking mental. Yeah, okay guys, this is gonna be the video. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.